Yet another week of football that gets to start tonight, and we got a good one starting it off. But first, let's go back to week 10, where I've gone up to 94-56, and I am doing well this year. The Bears did their thing against the Panthers, although it could have gone either way in that last Thursday game. The Colts did their thing against the Patriots and Germany, but it was boring. I think the Colts could have done far better, but I don't know what they were doing. The Steelers did their thing against the Packers, although looking back at it, there was a questionable play in that game where Pickett threw the ball to, I forgot which running back it was. It was backwards, but they said it was forward, so it wasn't a fumble, even though the Packers recovered. And that's probably 7 points, who knows. But they got away with it again. We're gonna have to be subject to the Steelers in the playoffs, man, because this is ridiculous. Tom is never gonna have a losing season. The Texans did their thing against the Bengals. My gamble pick worked. Oh man. Oh, I saw some highlights. Stroud was doing his thing. The defense did their thing against Burrow, and they got a kicker from the practice squad to win it before the game ended. That was good. Good on you, Texans and CJ Stroud. I can't believe I got this one. Looking back, I thought I picked the Saints, but I'm glad I picked the Vikings. Josh Dobbs came in and with more practice did his thing. With more practice did his thing. Saints try to come back, especially since James Winston took over, since Derek Carr got hurt again. But Winston, he still has turnover issues. It sucks to see that. The Buccaneers handled the business against the Titans. Will Levis, whatever happened in his first debut, would be surprised if we ever see it again. Buccaneers did their thing, and so did the 49ers coming off the bye week, because the Jags, they didn't. They totally didn't. Came off their bye week, and they just absolutely shit the bed. 49ers got Debo back, though, so that kind of raises the question, was Debo the answer? Because you had everyone else, and they were getting the ball and touchdowns and all that, but Debo comes back, and now you can blow out teams. I'm not happy about this game. Oh my gosh. Started off strong, and then it slowed down, and let the Browns just run all over them. Come to find out, Deshaun Watson was hurt from halftime onward. I mean, we saw him get hurt, but then he came out and just played hurt. Escaped sacks, hit receivers in vacant zones. And that pick six that Lamar had didn't help. Good defensive play by the Browns, batting it at the line, because that thing went flying into the air. I knew it was an interception. I just didn't think it would be returned for a touchdown. That sucks. The Lions and the Chargers went back and forth on this one, but Dan Campbell that coach for the Lions, man, he has guts. He wanted the game to end on his terms, not on the offense, not the defense. And considering that the defense allowed 38 points, probably a good idea. I didn't think Kyler Murray was going to come back and do what he did, but he did. And the Falcons had to put in Ritter because Heineke got hurt. Who knows if Heineke comes back. The Cowboys did what I knew they would and put up points on the Giants. I'm surprised the Giants scored 17. At least they scored. Commanders, heartbreaking loss. Howell got them down the field to score, and then the defense Just gave up field goal range. Their secondary's weak. They, I mean, you could say the pass rush, but I thought they were getting to Geno pretty well. It's that secondary, man. The Raiders did the thing against the Jets because, the defense for the Raiders is far better than the Jets' offense. I think I figured that would be the deciding moment, and it kind of was. And then, I made a lot of picks that were the Broncos. Which ones? It was the Texans. I thought it would be the Vikings. I guess not. Texans. I would say the Raiders was one, but I guess not. And the Broncos, man. I don't know what's going on with Josh Allen with the Bills. That's me. But he's reverted back to his rookie second year time before he got Diggs. And now the media is trying to protect Josh Allen, saying because they fired his offensive coordinator and as if that he was the problem, and like they were moving the ball well. It's just you can't the offensive coordinator will call the play, but if the quarterback messes up, then it's only so much. Although they do need to address in the offseason underthrown passes that get turned into pass interference, because the defender's not going to see that, especially if they're running down the field at full speed and all of a sudden the receiver who is already looking for the ball sees the ball's going to be short, and then it stops, forcing the defender to run into him. It's a slippery slope. There's a few penalties that need to be reviewable. So week 11. Tonight, we got the Bengals versus the Ravens. Both teams lost. One to a division rival, one to a team that they shouldn't have lost to. And I'm pretty sure the Ravens are going to want to go into this game to redeem themselves. Same with the Bengals, but the Ravens defense, they need to fix a mistake. And I believe the Bengals are the team to do it, especially since they got the defensive coordinator, Mac McDonald. Burrow has not been the same against the Ravens. That 2021 year when he threw for almost 900 yards against them, both combined. Since then, no. So I'm picking my Ravens every time. Doesn't matter, win or lose. I'm always picking my Ravens. The Steelers versus the Browns. Since the news about Deshaun Watson came out that he's out for the season, they're going to put in the rookie DTR. I was going to pick the Browns to go against the Steelers that Deshaun Watson played. Last time we saw DTR, it was last minute for him, so it sucked. But I just don't think going against the Steelers defense is a good one. Although, yes, there is the problem with the Steelers offense. It all depends on which defense is the strongest. But unfortunately, I think that's going to be the Steelers because they always find a way. Hopefully the Browns, do something, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Then we got the Bears and the Lions, and I highly doubt, even with Justin Fields coming back, that they do something to the Lions. They're hot. And they got to stay hot since the Vikings are on a streak now, too. They can't give up one, especially a division game. So I got the Lions. Chargers and the Packers. The Packers played all right against the Steelers. It sucks that as usual, when it comes down to playing the Steelers in the fourth quarter, especially with time running out, if you need a touchdown, you're pretty much played into the hands of the Steelers. Yeah, they'll keep the game close. They'll take the lead with little time remaining and force you to pass the ball with no time, with one or no timeouts left, with under a minute. And you need a touchdown. Had you needed a field goal, could have gone into overtime, probably could have won, but somehow it works out for them. So the Chargers. Now this one is new management with the Raiders, and I don't know how Tua's going to do since that game in Germany. They're coming off a bye, but the Raiders are hot. Well, they're getting hot. So, I want as much as I want to go for the upset because it helped out the Ravens in the playoffs seeding. I think the Dolphins are going to get it. Although I wouldn't be mad to a Marcus Peters interception. Giants are done. I'm surprised they haven't been eliminated yet. But I got the Commanders. They're gonna want to bounce back after seeing the Cowboys do what they did. They can totally do what they did. They can. After watching the Cowboys put it on a master class against the Giants, I'm pretty sure that the Commanders can do the same. Not close to it, but they can still pull off the win. Sam Howell has come alive since I think week 7 or 8, and they're protecting him better a little bit compared to the start of the season. So the Commanders get the win, and so do the Cowboys. A lot of people want to say this might be a trap game. I don't see it that way because if you've watched the Panthers for the past 10 weeks, their pass protection is garbage. Absolute garbage. And you would think, okay, let's start calling plays so we get the ball out of Bryce Young's hand faster. But when that happens, the secondary for the Cowboys feasts on that. You want to play quick? Okay. We'll get you. You can't hold the ball, but you can't go quick. So they got the Cowboys on this. Titans and the Jags both coming off a loss. Honestly speaking, I don't know how this could go. The Jags should have run away from this division, but they've acted up, and now they got the Texans sneaking up on them. The Titans could upset, but the Jags should get the win. And the Texans, they're on a hot streak. Yeah, Kyler Murray's back, but if they could do it, if the Texans could do what they did to the Bengals, they could totally do what they did to the Cardinals. Hard to believe that the Texans are hard to believe the Texans are where they are compared to how I thought they would be at the start of the season. I didn't think the Texans would be in the. I think they're in the picture. Hold on yeah, there's 7. They are in the playoff picture. They're in the wild card spot. So if they get a win and the Browns lose, they can go up to 6. Or if the Steelers lose, they can definitely go up to 6 because they beat the Steelers. They'll have the tiebreak over the Bengals and the Steelers if they can beat the Cardinals. And if the Jags mess around, they could possibly jump them. That could be interesting. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Then we got the 49ers and the Buccaneers. If the 49ers are back like they were last week, then they should get this win, no problem. I don't see, as much as I like to see Baker succeed now, I don't see it. No. The Bills are acting up. And as much as I want to pick the Jets because of their defense, Zach Wilson. All this talk about Aaron Rodgers coming back soon. Crazy. I see the Bills fixing it up for this game. I would not be surprised if Josh Allen throws an interception, though. Seahawks should get this game over the Rams. Yeah, Matt Stafford might be back. I think I saw that he's getting ready to play, but I don't know. I just don't see it. So I'll get the Seahawks to win on this. Now, this is a primetime game I didn't think I would be happy to go see. But the Vikings with Josh Dobbs versus Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos. Both coming off some good wins and on good streaks. But I got the Vikings on this. Especially if Justin Jefferson's coming back. I got the Vikings. And then we got the Super Bowl rematch. Well, no. It's not the Super Bowl rematch. We got a match between the Super Bowl participants from last season. And the way that the Chiefs have been playing offensively, the only problem I have with picking the Eagles, who I am going to pick, is that they haven't won a game convincingly. They've always allowed other teams to hang in there, and it's like, A lot of people say, "Oh, that just builds character," but sometimes you just gotta beat a team, man. You just gotta beat a team, like you just gotta beat a team, man. It's like who do they play that they actually just went all out on? No one really. Like you could say all the Buccaneers, but it was kind of close for a while. They went back and forth with the Commanders on both versions. They lost to the Jets of all teams. The Rams hung in there for a while. The Dolphins for a while, and then the lack of penalties and abundance of penalties and all that. The Cowboys hung in there. They're coming off a bye week. So are the Chiefs, and they're playing in Arrowhead. Uh oh. Is Taylor Swift gonna be there? Ooh. No, it's gonna be the Chiefs. Kelsey plays better with Taylor Swift there. So that'll be that Monday night game. So yeah. Let's say 52 points. I don't care. So those are my picks. Let's go back to the top. I am locked in. Sitting at 94.56. Hopefully by next week, I'll break 100. All right.